Hi, I'm John Miller, founding attorney with Rock Solid Law. This is another in our continuing series of estate planning subjects that we're doing as Zoom meetings on Thursday mornings, typically at 9 o'clock. Thank you so much. A good number of you have joined us this morning. We appreciate you being here with us. This morning is honestly one of my favorite subjects about estate planning because it explains the why of why we do estate planning and why I think other people should do estate planning. I think it's really one of the most important subjects that we will cover in the series. So the title of it is Implementing Your Personal Family Values Through Your Estate Plan. And a lot of people call this like the soft subjects, but it's the part where the ministry of Rock Solid Law really shines through, in my opinion. I love to help families express their values through their plan. So people talk about estate planning in a number of different ways, but estate planning is not about death. It is not about a will. It is not about a trust. It is not about a living will or any number of other documents. Those are included as a part of estate planning, but they're not what estate planning is truly about. Estate planning is about writing the story of your life with an emphasis on what you value and what your goals are. To say that estate planning is about those documents would be like looking at a beautiful race car and wondering where the bolts were made. To say estate planning is about the documents would be like looking at a Monet masterpiece and wondering where he bought the paint. You're looking at the tiniest building blocks and not the overall purpose. Today's discussion is about the purpose of it. Now listen, I had my son and daughter late, and if you look above my head, you can see a couple of pictures of them. And don't get me wrong, I intend for the final third of my life to be amazing, but my value is about preparing for those guys' futures. That's what I care about. It's not for me to decide, though, what you care about, but everyone cares about something. And I'm here, my firm is here, to help you make what you care about a reality. The focus of estate planning must be on you. It's about how you wish to be treated as you age. It's about writing the ultimate chapters of your heroic life's journey so that you will be celebrated after you're gone, rather than people having to deal with a bunch of nitpicking, bothersome details that they end up scrapping about. Yes, estate planning can be about your heirs. Yes, estate planning can be about your legacy. Most of us, I have found, and I have practiced since 1984, most of us care about something bigger than ourselves. Finding out what that is for you, for each individual that we have the privilege of working with, and expressing that through a coherent plan that best fits the values of this individual is what we're all about. It's about celebrating a legacy, about telling your story based on your values. We call that here at Rock Solid Law, showing your love to those you treasure, right? Who or what you treasure is up to you. Who or what you love is up to you. Our job is merely to help you get that into a cohesive story that will be effective under the law of Florida and the United States to do the very best it can for you, your family, and your values. Estate planning is about keeping all or as much as possible of what you've earned to share with whom or what you want. In a big part, it's about avoiding inadvertent disinheritance. I've known of stories, especially with our mixed families these days, where somebody ended up inheriting their later life stepchildren who were already wealthy and disinheriting maybe a special needs child. Not maybe a special needs child. In that instance, they did disinherit somebody who really needed to be protected throughout life. So what do we do? What do we do here that's different? What should, in my opinion, every estate planning lawyer do? We undertake discovery. We ask questions about your life, about your family, about your journey. We help you dig in there and see what are those things you really care about. It's not about a checklist. It's not about give me a name for this document, tell me how to fill in a blank for that document. But it's about really taking you through a journey of discovery to find out what really matters to you and to help you, help yourself, help those you love. So when you come in to speak with us, don't expect to sit down and have us fill in a bunch of blanks for you. Expect to sit with me or a member of my team and to talk about your life, to tell us your story, to tell us things about you that express what is most important to you in your life. Why is this important? Because statistics show that the journey of a family goes from rags to riches and back to rags, typically in 3 generations. If you care about your family, we need to protect that next generation from itself, essentially. Protect them from being ruined with early money before they're mature enough to handle it. Protect them from the bad decisions they may make in romance or in business or in any number of ways. And we can do all of that and write it so that you will have the peace of mind knowing that what you really care about, what you value, will be in effect. It's really important to me. And I'm very agnostic on what you care about, what you value. What your faith is doesn't matter to me. What your charity is doesn't matter to me. But I found that most people have something that they're really passionate about. And we all only have a limited amount of time. So this is a way we can extend our time and do good things to help that which we care about the most in our plan and beyond our actual lifetimes. Did you ever hear that before? Families go from rags to riches and back to rags in 3 generations, except for those families we've all heard about that carry on generation after generation. And why do you think that happens? It happens because they planned. It happens because they put a plan in place that the next generation has to follow. It happens because that next generation gets to grow into and mature into their ability to then join the plan. A plan that was set out by somebody who took the time to express their values in their documents. But listen, nobody's going to do this for you. If it's your family you care about, if it's a particular charity you care about, you have to fight for them. You have to get this done. You've got to get it done right. And you've got to get it done with somebody who cares about getting your story down correctly and not just churning you through their office, getting some words on paper and moving on to the next. You have to fight for your family. You have to fight for yourself. You have to fight for what you value. Now I have a question. Would it be important to you to preserve what you have, to preserve what you've earned, and pass it on to whomever you choose? Would it be important to you to preserve what you have earned and pass it on to whomever or whatever you choose? If the answer is yes, there are an array of tools, devices, mechanisms, and methods that we have at our disposal that can help you. As I said, what you value is up to you. I can't make you care about anything. But my experience, and those of you that know me know I've got some tread off of these tires, right? I'm entering my 7th decade. Those of you that know me know that I will help you find what you care about, and I will help you express your wishes so you can do that thing that most floats your boat, that you most value, the thing that's in your heart, the thing that's in your soul. Whatever that is, let's get it done. I can help you. We can help you. We would love that opportunity. How do we do it? Again, we sit and talk. We spend the time with you that it takes to figure out what it is. And yeah, some people come in here with a really good idea of what they like to express. And then there are other people that really don't know what they want to work on. And we sit and we chat until we figure it out. And I know lawyers that I work with on this national team, most of you know I'm on this team that provides really high-end services, that have created charities for tagging sailfish, I think it was, or marlins. I don't know. I don't fish. I get it. I love to boat. And created a charity that helped preserve this magnificent fish, which was hunted for sport. There are all sorts of things, and everybody has something they care about. So today's message is really, estate planning is from the heart. It's from the soul. It's from what you are all about. And don't be afraid of the niggling little documents. Yeah, there are a lot of pages. It has to be that way. We're writing the story exactly the way you want it. And it takes a lot of words to do it. But what's really important is that what your values are shine through that plan so that you live the rest of your life the way you want to. And that which you have stood for during this wonderful lifetime goes on beyond you. So that's my message to you this morning. I wonder if there are any questions. If anyone would like to type them into the chat bar, I'll be glad to look at those at this time. I know my team's going to be happy because I've actually come in under 20 minutes, I think, for the first time yet. Folks, I'm not seeing any questions. I am so pleased that you have chosen to join us. If one of my team is around and could type the name of next week's seminar. Oh yeah, that one's going to be a fun one too. Good morning, Sean. Thanks for saying hello. Next week, okay, there's this thing called a living will, and it's the most confusingly named document in all of estate planning because it's not a last will and testament, right? I like to say that a living will is your ticket to ride. That's how you want to be treated during your last illness. It's a really important document. It's also a hard one because we really are dealing with our mortality. And so it does deal with living. It's the end of your life. It's how you're going to live your last days and how you want to be treated. So I'm not seeing any questions, and I'm really surprised because today's subject matter is a little outside of the usual straightforward discussions of estate planning. Maybe you guys all get it perfectly. Today it's the soft side of the practice. It's the counseling side of the practice. It's how do we, knowing the technical knowledge that we have, how do we express your personal and family values through your estate plan? I certainly do appreciate you joining me today. I am going to turn the microphone back over to Lionel Richie, and I will hang out just another minute in case a question comes in. But if I don't see one, have a wonderful Thursday. We'll see you next week at 9. Thank you so much for joining me. John Miller, founding attorney, Rock Solid Life.